تنمي.
ek, a, tane. Ekitane.
تي حي وش تي مرار. تيحي واشتمرا.
متك a, مرة, في, ونمي. متك a مرة هي ونمي. وناك سبا a, ب, كواف, سمافي. وناك سبا بكواف سمافي. ek, في, سنة, a, يارا. ek سنة يارا.
حسه تي منته. حستي منته.
سنبتو a, بهرك. سنبتو أبهارك.
The first word of the dialogue, the verb tenem, is spelled with a minimalistic loaf of bread. It is a unilateral sign, meaning it only represents one consonant, in this case, T. The wave is also a unilateral phonogram, representing the consonant, N. The knife is a biliteral phonogram, combining the N with the last consonant, M. The owl is a unilateral sign, M. Like most words, the verb tenem is followed by a silent sign called classifier, in this case, a pair of walking legs. This particular classifier refers to the meaning of the verb, going astray. The tense used here is called perfective, and roughly corresponds to the English past simple. In this tense, the verb comes first, and is followed by his subject. Since the subject follows the verb, the suffix pronoun is used. The future is expressed by the structure, u, which acts as an introductory particle, the subject, the preposition, and the verb. If the future expresses a wish, like in this example, the verb can be omitted. The interrogative word, tenu, meaning, where, can also be transliterated as, chenu. The reason is that the initial consonant shifted during the Middle Kingdom, and so did its spelling. The immediate present, which corresponds to the English present continuous, is expressed by the structure, subject, plus hair, plus infinitive. If the subject is a pronoun, the so-called proclitic pronouns are used. They consist of two, followed by the suffix pronoun. They first occur in late Egyptian. One way to express the action of proceeding to a place is by saying, word for word, to place oneself towards the destination. The first word, imi, is the imperative of the verb, rd, to give. But don't worry, only two verbs are irregular in the imperative. If a sentence starts with whenan, as soon as, it follows the structure, whenan, plus subject, plus hair, plus infinitive. Note that the preposition, hair, is most often omitted in front of the infinitive in late Egyptian. In Egyptian, the attributive adjective follows the noun, unlike English. So, for example, in order to say, blue lotus, Egyptians say, lotus blue. This structure is identical to that of the immediate present, which we've seen earlier. The reason it is used here is that it follows a clause introduced by whenan, as soon as. This clause acts as the consequence of the previous one. There is no direct translation of thank you in ancient Egyptian. The verb, duanetjer, is often translated as to thank, but it doesn't quite fit everyday conversations, as this verb is used to thank gods. Instead, in order to thank someone, Egyptians would call a god's blessings onto them. Mantu is both attested in actual texts and a reference to this channel. Other common ones are Amun and Ra. An alternative translation would be, may Mantu reward you. In this expression, the subjunctive is used. This tense expresses wishes, amongst other things. If the subject is a noun or a proper name, and the object is a pronoun, the object precedes its subject. We've seen that wishes could be expressed by using the subjunctive, like in the previous sentence. Another way to do so is to use a tense called stative. In this sentence, the verb, senab, to become healthy, exhibits, the second person singular ending, t. This use of the stative is particularly common in greetings, but note that the most common meaning of this tense is closer to the English present perfect.
تنمي
أكتنا
𝓃𝓧𓂧📪
متك أمر هيونمي 𝓋𓆓𓂧𓀧𓏪 𓓃𓓧𓂧𓀏📪
𝓃𝓧𓂧📪
سنبت أبهارك